Yes. Are you a Muslim?
Yes, I'm
All right.
Muslim.
Would you like to say to us? Our topic today is Allah is God. What do you think?
Uh, yes, I believe he's God. I believe, of course.
Why he's God?
Uh,
Why? Why?
what do you so can you elaborate on your question? What do you mean? Why?
Why you think he's God? Like, if I say a person, anyone, he believe in God, he should know why he believe in him, right? So what made you believe that Allah is God?
I've been told that that he's God, and I've been told that Allah means God in Arabic. You can call him Allah, God. You can call him maybe, yeah.
No,
In Farsi, you can call him
but I thought Allah is a name, is not a word mean God.
Allah's a name.
Yes.
I think, from my knowledge, I think it's. I hope I'm not wrong, but I think it means Al-Ilah, يعني Al-Ilah. So Allah, the God, يعني.
Well, my friend, Al-Ilah is different word. Al is a word mean, because now you are speaking Arabic and you are copying from the Aramaic people. Al in
No,
the
I don't
original in the
speak.
Aramaic.
I'm from Afghanistan. I don't, but I understand Arabic.
I'm not saying. I'm saying where the word is coming from. So the word itself is not an Arabic word. So Muslims do not know what Allah means. So when they say to you Al-Ilah, that is a false analogy. Why? Because if this is the case, then we should not call him Al-Ilah. You can call him, and you Muslim, when you say Shahada, you should say then there's no Allah but Allah.
No, I know that. I also think, to be honest, I also think that maybe this is from Aramaic or Hebrew. Before.
Yeah. Okay.
Elohim.
But just to prove to you that this is not just a word, it is a name. It's just two words, Al and La. When you say Shahada, you don't say there's no God but God, right? You say there's no God but Allah, correct?
But I don't have problem in. Yeah, I can call him Allah or I can call him God.
Okay, no problem. Let us say I
So
will
this
go
is
with
not
you.
big.
Okay, let us say it's not important, but for me, if you go in details, it's important. But let us go there. So how we know that this one you call him Allah is God?
Okay, so if it depends on the person, his intention. If he mean the creator, he can call him Allah or the creator.
Okay.
Depends on, because there is some people, they are very they're ignorant. So their intention, their intention is God. So maybe he says, "Oh, creator."
So we can say, okay. So you are saying to me that when there's when we speak about the God, we speak about the creator directly, correct?
Like I told you, there are some people that are very more knowledgeable, like yourself. Maybe you know Arabic. So,
No, I'm asking
some
you
people,
because you mentioned to me the
intention.
creator. When you mention the creator, is that the only proof that Allah is God, that He is the creator?
Well, it depends. Like I said, if you ask someone, maybe you should ask the person, what do you mean? Do you mean the creator? In that case, to say, okay, fine, because you're ignorant. You mean the creator.
How we know that Allah is the only creator?
I think so. We have logic. There can only be one creator, because if two creator, maybe there is order in the universe, and I think even Christians.
Yeah, like you
I
cannot
think
have
even
two.
the
You cannot have two cook in one kitchen. I got you. But here you see in the Quran,
exactly.
yeah, you cannot have two cook in one kitchen. All right. So chapter 23, verse number 14, it says, Allah is the best of the creators. So Allah, He said, He is not the only cook. There's many cooks in the kitchen, and you are the one who just said to me, we cannot say there's two creators, because this will be wrong, right? It's like having two cook in one kitchen, and you agree with me. So when Allah, He said He is not the only creator, is Allah telling the truth or He's lying?
No, of course He's telling the truth.
Okay, but
I mean, but yeah. Sorry, go on.
By the way, you are very polite, and you are welcome. You are a very nice person.
Oh, thank you.
So
I just try to learn.
Yeah, no problem. So it says here, chapter 23, verse number 14. So blessed be Allah, the best of the creators.
Yeah.
But you are the one who present to me that your God is the only creator. So how He is the only creator? And then we have Allah Himself saying He is the best of the creators.
Okay, I think I understand your question now. So basically, what you're trying to say is, before when I tell you, I mean there can only be one creator. Not like Hindus, they believe in I don't know how many gods. I think there is only one creator. But I think you're now referring to the Arabic word. I think here is where you have your question is, how can there be two Allah? Before when I told you about the creator. That's why I don't have problem if you call the creator Allah, or if you in English you call him God. Do you understand what I mean? Because I'm talking about the
my
creator.
friend, but this is not
Yeah.
the issue now, what we call him.
Yeah.
But you see now
So the issue is the Quran.
Allah himself saying that he is the best of the creators. If you are saying, I am the best one in Afghanistan, that means there's many Afghani, correct? But you are the best.
Yeah. Okay. Now I got you. So you mean you're with me that there is only one, there can only be one creator? Yes.
Yeah, but
or maybe
but how
three?
now? But how the Quran saying this? He is the best of the creators.
Okay. So you talking about the language now? How can
how we learn about Allah?
Yeah.
By Allah, He spoke to supposedly in Arabic to us, and that is the Quran, right? So Allah, He says, so blessed be Allah, which is very weird. Allah saying blessed Allah. I mean, this is the most funny thing.
But do you speak Arabic? Do you speak Arabic?
No, I speak Urdu.
Okay. But he says also قل هو الله أحد. يعني he's one.
Well, that's wrong too, because Ahad does not mean one. Ahad is mean one of. Ahad. This is why we have say that the Ahad.
But okay, so question.
So we have days. So Ahad is one of them, and the Quran is full of the word Ahad. Ahad min Ahad al-Anbiya. So Ahad mean one of many. So when Allah says قل هو الله أحد, either he meant Ahad, the one who is an idol in the Kaaba or around the Kaaba, or he meant that he is one of many. However, let us not to jump this one here. It says Allah is the best of the creators.
Yeah, okay, I got your question, because in context, it can mean different things, but it can also mean one. But your question is why he say in Quran he's the best of the creator. There is money creator because he says so. Is this
obviously
your question?
Obviously, otherwise he is lying. Because if I go now, okay, let me call my mother and I will tell her, Mom, I spoke to a person. And he said to me, you are the most intelligent student I ever taught. And this is you supposed you are my teacher. But you never taught any student except me. So how I am the most smart student if I'm the only student you have? So this is a lie. If he is the best of the creators, that means there's a creators. If there's no other creators and he is the best, that means Allah is making up a lie. You don't say...
No, but I understand. No, I understand that. Okay. Yes, okay. So is this okay? So what I believe, it can also be, this can be also open to interpretation. Some people, when you read the Quran, maybe you understand it this way, but you have to be open. Even as a Christian, you have to be very open. Listen to what other people say. Also, maybe you can say, okay, how do you understand?
Because my friend, I'm surprised. You are from Afghanistan and you are telling me to be open. In Afghanistan, if you say that, they open your head. What open?
True.
If Allah, Allah is saying, you give me any interpretation you want, who cares? Creator is a creator. It's you who present the word to me when you call. Creator is the one who create life. Creator is the one who creates something out of nothing. So when Allah he says he is the best of the creators, obviously either there is other creators or he is the only creator. If he is the only creator, that means Allah is lying.
Okay, can I sometimes you can answer you can answer someone by asking a question. Can I ask you something? This will be your answer also. So I understood what you mean when you read Quran. When you read this ayah that you just read, you understand a certain way. But can you believe that when I read, I understand something else? Maybe I understand something, I understand it. It's open to interpretation. A person, he believes like this, the other person
like my friend,
grasp.
I am listening to you. Give me the interpretation. Go ahead. I'm not saying to you, I'm going to ask you the question and I will not allow you to give me the interpretation. No, I'm just asking how such a thing can happen.
Okay, so what I believe, personally, when I read it, I think it means that he is in the context, of course. In this context, even when the context of Qul Huwallahu Ahad, I believe I'm very open person. I want to learn.
Okay.
So if you say that Ahad could mean that in context, I am open for that also. That's when you read Quran, you maybe understand it that way. But I read that Qul Huwallahu Ahad, say that he's one, yani he's one in essence.
Okay, let me ask you. This is simple.
Yeah.
If we want to compare between apple, should I compare apple to a camel or apple to an apple?
You compare. Depends.
Why?
It depends, but of course. Okay, so example, it depends on your on what you want to put forward. If you try to give me an example of two different things, obviously
a fair compare using the word best. When I say best, so
yeah, yes,
if I'm talking about apples and I say this is the best apple, obviously I'm comparing this apple to other apples, correct?
In this context, yeah, yes.
Okay, but there's other context. He said the creators. He decide what to compare to. He decide. Allah already decide what to compare to by using the word the creators. So it's not up to me. It's not up to you. So when he say he is the best of the creators, so now we are focusing in those who they are the creators. So how Allah can be the best of the creators if there's no other creators? Have you ever heard of a guy? His name is Baal.
Yes, of course. This is yes, I know Baal.
What is Baal?
There is
what is Baal?
Paimuna. Okay, so Baal, it's a okay. So can I explain? Sometimes
Go ahead,
I need to take my
no problem.
So basically, it comes from very root. It's Baal is like a shaitan. It's a demonic. It's called method. It's myth. And it's demonology. It's a demonology. He looks like not ape. Sorry, what's this called? Like a sheep with two big horn.
Okay.
He's often described like this, but the problem is with some portrayers, they use their imagination when they draw. So whenever they draw Baal, it's a demonic. Yeah,
okay.
It's like a demonic, from what I understand. But sorry,
this Baal, you said he looked like a goat. He have two horns.
Goat, yes, goat, not sheep. Sorry, goat.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
So now, we have a goat. I'm going to draw that in the screen. I'm very good in art, as you know. I don't know if you. I teach art as a part-time. That's why I have no money because nobody.
Yes, I have come
across.
I have come across.
This is the goat. This is the goat. This is Baal. Okay.
Okay.
And I'm glad that you told me that Baal is a goat. Now, how in the world Allah he compared himself to a goat then? Because in the Quran, in chapter 37, verse number 126, Allah he compared himself to Baal.
Yeah. So, okay. So whenever I discuss this with my Christian friends and even atheists, I'm from Sweden, my friend, and in Sweden we have this most atheistic country in the whole world.
Yeah, my friend. Focus with me.
So what? No. I'm just telling you something here.
How Allah compare himself? You said to me, I asked you who is Baal. You said he is a goat. He have two horns. Okay.
No, this is what I'm trying to answer. Okay. You finish and then I will answer.
Yeah. So how this goat is now in a competition with Allah? Why Allah he say compare himself, crying how you worship the goat and you forsake Allah, the best of the creators? So Allah by saying this verse, which is in chapter 37, verse number 125, Allah he admitted that Baal is the goat is a creator. And Allah is a better goat. He is a creator, but he's a goat, but he's a better than, because you don't compare yourself to someone is not a, if you are not a goat, why you compare yourself to a goat?
But that would be like, okay. This is one interpretation. I understand you, but this I can then flip this question, same back to you as a Christian.
Flip it. Why?
I could then
how is that?
Okay. So I could ask you the exact same question. I could say, listen, in Christianity, when Jesus said, "Don't believe in other gods, worship only God, Father." Whenever he talks about other gods and then he compares to Father, does he now mean even the Satan? He said that Satan is God of this world and Father is God in the hereafter. Is he Satan is even worse, lower in rank than this goat. But so they're different. There is Baal, there is Paimona. They are there is there are a few others, but I forgot. So is he now comparing himself with the Satan?
No, because simply when Jesus he says that all lies come from Satan, and when he say he is the God of this world, which means there's many people worship him and many people follow him in this earth, but people who belong to the true God, they will be in his heaven. This is why
Okay, so
you keep saying to me, you said to me many times, he said, my father, my father, my father. So when Jesus says my father, he says he is a son, and he says that the father is the one who should worship, and his son who he sent to you. So the father, he glorified the son he glorified the father, and the son came to save the earth from the
no,
goat
but
you are worshiping. Now listen, my
no,
friend.
but
Listen,
okay,
I'm asking you
okay.
now, how in the word I am God, and then I go down? You see, he can say, how you worship Baal? Baal is a fake God. That would make sense. But he did not say
No, but
that.
the problem is, okay.
He did not say that. He confirmed that Baal is God. How he confirmed it? He says he is. Baal is a creator.
Okay.
Allah is a creator. But Allah is the best of the creators. So Baal is
But he
not
said,
equal to Allah. And
okay,
he's a
but
creation.
he said, okay, finished?
Hmm.
Okay, so he says in the Bible also that Satan is a god of this world and Father is God in the hereafter. Now,
Hmm.
this is also a comparison. Is he Satan?
No, you see,
Astaghfirullah. I shouldn't even say this, but
you
yeah,
know,
yeah,
when we say God,
yeah.
I'm saying to you now, I'm saying your Allah is your God, right?
Okay,
Okay, but
yeah.
but I don't agree he is my God. So using the word God does not mean I agree with it, unless I mean that he is my God. Here
But
we
do you
have
agree that
we have,
intention is very important? Do you agree with this?
yeah, exactly. So Allah here, the intention of Allah is to compare himself to other
No, my
creators.
intention.
Not
I
yours,
was
not yours.
referring.
Who cares
Sorry.
for yours now? We're talking about the Quran.
Okay.
Allah is
Okay.
he is the one who's talking. So the only one he can tell us what he meant is his words. His word is so clear. You know, are you going to seek and pray to Baal and forsake the best of the creators?
But before also you said something which is a little bit interesting. You said
Mm,
that he glorified Father and the Father glorified Son and
mm.
the whole concept. Okay, so obviously I know that you're not Catholic by that when you say this, and
How
you're
how
not.
how how is that? How you know that I'm not Catholic by saying that?
So
This is a
okay.
verse from the Bible, my friend. Catholic believe in it too.
Oh yeah, I understand that. But
Okay,
so
listen,
okay,
focus me.
okay,
Don't go on
okay.
something you do not know. Don't talk about things you don't know.
No,
So
just when you told me
when
this,
I
a
say
question
you're
arose.
trying to change the topic,
No. You told
creators.
me.
Okay, let us make it simple. Do you believe there's a creators or one creator?
No. Just one.
Okay,
I
so
believe only
why
one. But
Allah
then
says the
you can call him
creators?
God. You can call him God. I have no
No
problem.
problem.
Or
So
you can even
how?
call him just okay.
Okay, my friend, I got the answer. But so how Allah he says the creators if there's only one?
Because just like you said before, I don't know if you heard yourself.
Mm.
Maybe you can. You heard yourself. Just I think it was 3 minutes ago. You said that look, because there were people worshiping this, Satan, and there were people worshiping God. So Jesus said this
No,
exactly same.
but here he's
But
saying creators. He's not saying gods. He's saying creators. There's many gods. You know, there's Hindus. They have 35 million god. But this is not the topic. The topic is the creators. If there's no other creators, and then I say to you, you worship the creators, and I am the best of the creators. He is not saying I am the only creator. He says I am the best of the creators. By saying that, he admit that there's other creators. Because if he
no,
is
I
the
understand.
only
Listen,
if he is the
I
only
I can yeah.
creator, there's no other best.
Okay, so I can fully I can honestly understand when you read Quran you can understand like this, but the problem is you have to be a little bit open for other people as well. I don't
Okay.
understand that when I read this verse, I do
Mm,
not I am honest with you now. I don't read it the way I don't understand it that way. I
mm,
understand it that it's open to interpretation. That's Allah. You have to respect that. Look, let me tell you something. Even Muslims, 1.8 or I don't know how many Muslims
mm,
it's not possible that everyone have same. Even with Christianity, there will be interpretation a little bit, but you
mm,
have to be open for that. I understand when you tell me that Quran, so when you read Quran, خلاص, you understand it that way, but you have to sometimes let other people also, not respect, just you have to understand that they might interpret it in their way a little bit.
mm.
You understand what I mean? I'm honest when I say that I believe in Allah, that He's one. I really believe that He's one,
Who is the
but
one?
I
Who
don't
is the
have.
one who give the best interpretation for the Quran?
Okay, this is good question.
Mm,
So, but who's the one that who? So I believe every person. I read it, I interpret it. I do. I think I should not. I should respect your view, but I should not force you to believe this or that. You
mm.
have when you read
Are you
Quran, you
sure you are
understand.
from Afghanistan? That's weird. What
Yes.
happened to you? Anyway, listen. You see, I'd
Yeah.
ask you, who is the best to give interpretation for the Quran? And you tell me, you can interpret.
So okay, yeah.
I'm asking you, who is the
okay,
best to give the explanation for the Quran? Is there better one than Allah?
No, of course not.
Okay.
But
have you ever heard
but
of a God? Have you ever heard of a God? He claimed that he created you from dead blood, and he explained it in details.
But
So how this God is God, and he says something silly?
No, but see, this is again. I mean, when you talk with a lot of Christians, they say something that might sound a little bit. I can even give you example that might sound a little bit stupid, but you have to respect. You have to say, okay, listen, this is how he read the Bible, and this is how he understands.
No.
I'll be
this
honest.
is not about up to you. This is Allah now Himself talking. Explain how He created the baby. This one did not need. This is not a metaphorical. This is not philosophy. He says to you, I created the baby in the following steps. There's a guy, he had sex, he made the sperm coming from the ribs of the women and the backbone of the man, and then he continues saying that sperm became a dead blood, and then that blood became a baby. How in the world such a one you think he is the creator? You do not know how the baby is created.
Oh, are you talking about the right now? Are you talking about the scientific error in the Quran?
This is not scientific error. This is an idiot error.
Okay, but so you understand that, like, even not scientific, idiotic error. Okay, that's how you understand it. But here's the problem,
my friend. What is the error here? This is a messed up error. It's like
but I understand.
Someone saying, okay, I'm going to build a house, and then at the end he made an error installing the faucet. The whole thing is messed up from the beginning. So
no, but
according to your religion,
that's
this
like
is how
saying
the baby is made. First is the sperm, and then became dead blood, and then the dead blood grew and became a clot, and then the clot became a lump, and then the lump made a bones, and then after that, Allah He put the flesh. How in the world that work? So if we go right now to any either Allah is teaching us how He created the baby, or He's been a fool.
No, but I have done a little bit research, and it was a while ago. I can answer from what I interpret, how I see it. Of course, I can do that if you want. Okay.
Is it up to you to give your own interpretation?
But that's what it depends on what you want. If you want my own interpretation, how I understand.
No. Is it according to Islam? Is it up to you to give interpretation? It's up to you.
But how can listen? You have to understand one thing. I cannot speak for Shia. I cannot only speak for myself. Can I speak for you? If I can speak for you, then I will say no. You're wrong.
What does have to do with Shia or Sunni? Now I'm asking you. According to Islam, can individual like you explain the Quran, or they have to go by the scholars?
No. Can I talk for someone else or only for myself?
No, this is not about yourself. This is about the religion. So if I ask you what do you like to eat, then you tell me what I like to eat. Here we're talking about explaining the Quran. So so who is the one in Islam? According to Islam, he can give interpretation to the Quran.
Yes. Okay. So this is a good question. Now I think we're getting a little bit closer now. Okay. So the problem is that I understand you 100%, but you fail to understand me. But it's no problem. I will tell you very simple now. So the way you're talking, it sounds as though the whole Islamic is just one. Therefore, if this was the case, if all Islam was just one and no Shia, Sunni, so then you can come to me and say, listen, how can you say this? Because you. But the problem is there are many different interpretations. For example, Sunni understand it one way, Shia understand one. If you go to a Shia, he said, no, he's wrong. This is what it means. If you go to a Christian, when you read the Quran,
can we take the interpretation? Can we take the interpretation of Muhammad? Or he is Shia or Sunni, or you don't like him? Muhammad, your prophet.
Yes.
Is he okay to explain the Quran, or he's not qualified?
No, he's of course he's okay. I know what you mean. Okay, proceed.
Okay.
So yeah,
when your prophet Muhammad, he says in chapter 18, verse number 86, that the sun set in a muddy, hot spring of water.
Yeah.
The Quran says that. Who is going to give us interpretation for this?
Okay, this is very, very, very good. I think you're talking about the Dhul Qarnayn.
Yeah, the guy with the two horn.
With the two horn, there is actually some scholar, they say Qarnayn, it can mean also 100 years. In Arabic, 100 years it can mean one Qaran.
So he have 200 years in his head.
No. He can live between those two. Like I am born 1990, so
Yeah,
if I live between
no.
those,
The
no,
one
but
who
it's a
told
different interpretation.
no, my friend, the one who told you that he don't even speak Arabic because Dhul
No, this
Qarnayn,
might you might
the
no, but
no,
you
it's
might be
not up
right.
to them. No,
Yeah.
no.
Okay.
The in Arabic is the one who have something. He like
Okay.
this is a description for him. So if he lived for
Yes.
200 years or in the 200 years, that will
No,
not
that's
make
not
him
what I'm
Dhul Qarnayn.
saying.
No,
Okay, so I'm not
this is what
saying
they
that.
told you. Now listen. Forget about this. Who care
Yeah.
about the name now?
Okay.
When the
So I
Quran
was trying
says,
to tell you.
when the Quran
Okay. Yeah.
says that Allah speak about a
Yes.
person, the man with the two horns, Alexander the Great, obviously, he arrived
Yeah.
until he found the sitting place of the sun.
Okay. Can I tell you
He
just one thing?
found
This is a
it,
good question, actually.
he
Yeah.
found it set in a spring of murky hot water.
Yes.
Allah
Yes.
is
Yes.
telling the truth that the sun set in a murky water, or he is being a foolish person.
But okay. So here is. I will give you my answer, and then I will make my answer strong by giving you more
I
evidence.
want a
Okay.
strong
So
answer. I
first.
like strong answers always.
Okay. So first, I'm gonna
I
tell you
always
the answer.
collect weak answers and I throw them away. I want a strong
Very
answer,
good.
please.
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
good.
no. It's by doing this, you're making me also stronger in my faith. So I
Okay,
don't. I like this. Don't worry. Okay.
good,
Okay.
good.
So first, yeah. So when you say this is from the human perspective, okay. So he saw it like that. The proof for that is also.
Where it
So
says he saw it like that, can you
no,
show
but
me? You see
when you
my
go,
eyes,
listen.
I'm like 200
Yeah.
years old, like Zulqarnain,
Yeah.
and I cannot
No,
see
but
where it says that this is from
yeah.
his perspective. It says he found it. He did not, he thought. If it says he
Yeah.
thought, then that
Yeah.
what you said is true. But he did not
Okay.
say he thought. He said
Mm,
he
No,
found
no,
it
no.
set.
So far, I'll be honest with you. So far, you have been very helpful. You have been very good. But the problem is sometimes I feel like
You,
when I talk to you now, I
uh,
feel like you want you try. I'm telling you, I didn't mean 200 years. You're forcing me to say no. You're putting this in my mouth. I'm saying what I mean. A person can live between two,
my friend, I'm
just
talking
like you
about
can.
myself now. I'm very old. I'm very
Yeah.
ancient. Ask my mom. I asked my mom, when was my
Okay.
birthday? She said, oh, what I know. I do not know the year. I know it was a
Mm,
bad day. So this is what I know
yeah.
about my age. So now I'm asking you,
A
when
bad
the
day.
Quran
Okay.
says, when until he reached the setting of the sun, setting place of the sun, he
No,
found
but
it
so
sitting in spring of muddy water or murky water or hot water.
yeah.
Who is the one is
So
talking? Allah. He did not say in
okay.
his perspective. So you Muslims,
Yeah,
you make
but
things
you
up.
have to. No, no. I'm gonna tell you, but if you allow me, I'm gonna let you speak how much you want, but just allow me also in the between a little bit, okay?
Hmm.
So when you talk, when you this interpretation is like you say, but one interpretation of this is also look. This is from human perspective. The proof for that is another. So sometimes
Hmm.
you explain Quran by Quran. So what you do is that there's another verse that says في كل في فلك يسبحون يعني
Hmm.
you know that the verse which
No, I
says
never
in
heard of
English.
it before. No.
So sometimes you have to grasp it in the whole context. I understand. That's why
Ah.
you get
Yeah,
question.
but the
What?
one you mentioned to
Yeah.
me make it even more
Yeah.
horrible because
Okay. You.
according to the Quran, the verse you mentioned to
Yeah.
me,
Yeah.
it's that's the day, the sun, the night, and the moon, all of them they swim in a boat. So how that can be from God too? So this God now trying, you said to me,
No.
you are
في
trying to
فلك
explain to me.
يسبحون.
Yes, my friend,
Yeah.
yasbahun in Arabic mean they swim. All right, and the
Yes.
Muslim
Exactly. Yeah.
okay. So but when he said that, he said the night and the day and the sun and the moon. So he claimed
Mm.
that the night is an object, the day is an object, the sun is an object, the moon is an object, and all of them they swim, but none of them swim in fact. Now let's go back. Hold on.
Okay, listen.
When we go back,
Sorry, I'm
when we
sorry.
go back,
When you say sometimes, the day, and I can hear you. My English is not good, but what I can hear that you sometimes you have problem with the language. I can hear you.
okay,
This is what I believe, but not to be disrespectful, of course. I'm just
mm,
saying. My English is worse than you, but
okay,
and I can hear that you have problem with the language. So when
uh,
it talks about, I can give you a dozen of examples. In English, when you just say
what if I
مثل.
show you? What if I show you this is the true
Yeah.
meaning according to your scholars?
scholars, there is about 1 million scholars. I mean, if I want to show Bible to you
So listen
certain
now.
way,
So now you are
it's not
saying to
hard
me,
to me. You
but
know,
hold on.
I can,
A second ago, you said to me, I can tell you have a problem with the language. And now I'm saying to you, I can show you your scholars, and in a second you delete them all.
no.
So why you
See,
call them
okay.
scholars? Why you call them scholars if they aren't scholars? Okay, let me ask you.
You call
Who
them
is more?
scholars. Yeah, I
Who is
didn't.
more?
I have
No,
never.
it is you
Well, I have
Muslims who
never.
call them scholars. For me, they are idiots.
You're
My
talking.
friend, my friend.
You don't talk with Muslims. You're talking with me now.
Ibn
Yeah.
Kathir is a scholar,
Yeah.
or he's an idiot of the village for you?
He's one of the scholars, but he's not. He's not the perfect.
Okay,
He can
name
make
for me a
mistakes.
scholar you like.
What do you mean? All of them. No one is perfect. They can make mistakes. I'm very critical thinker. If he's wrong, he's wrong. I don't care if he's very knowledgeable. Ibn
Okay,
Kathir, Ibn Athir, Ibn
okay,
Qayyim. I don't care.
okay.
Name for me doesn't matter.
Is your prophet a scholar,
Yes.
or he is an idiot like Ibn Kathir?
But okay, first of all, I don't understand why you do this now because you've been very nice till now. I don't. Okay, it's okay. It's
No,
up to
I'm
you.
asking you because now you are washing your hands.
I get a little bit sad, you know. I
You
get
are
a little bit
washing
sad.
your
Wallah,
hands
honestly.
from your
Yeah.
scholars trying to escape the truth.
No.
You know.
I never said I wash. Why?
Okay,
If he come,
I
if
want
he brings
I
to me
want you to
proof.
read for me what is in the screen and tell me.
Okay,
Is
just
your
I'm gonna
prophet
answer you.
qualified? I asked you 5 minutes ago. Can your
But let me answer you this.
can your prophet
Yeah.
explain the Quran? You said sure. You still agree that your prophet can explain the Quran?
Yes, but if you let me answer, I will tell you maybe.
Okay.
It's okay. You take your
Do you
time.
agree that
But
your prophet is the best to explain the Quran?
you know you're very good in one thing. You don't let me talk. That's
No.
just
You see,
quite.
I learn
Yes.
about Muslims that they escape my question, so I don't give them a chance. I'm asking you. So, do you agree, as you said before, you already agreed, but I want to repeat it again. Do you agree
Yes.
that your prophet is the best to explain the Quran?
That's not what I said. No, you're
You
wrong.
said
If you
that.
let
So
me,
are you saying now your prophet did not know what the Quran is saying too?
that's not what I'm saying at
So,
all.
like I say again, is the
I don't have
prophet
chance
of
to
Islam
explain.
is the prophet of Islam, because you whatever I say to you, said it's not what I'm saying. Let us make it clear. Is Muhammad the one who can explain the Quran, or he is the one who cannot explain the Quran?
Okay, the problem is when I talk to you, 95% you talk, you let me talk 5%. It's
I want an
very,
answer, my
very
friend.
unfair.
I want an answer.
I cannot even open my mouth.
No, you
It's
can
not
open
fair.
your mouth because you are trying to avoid the question I'm asking. You talk about
But
things that
even if I,
have nothing to do with me.
even
I'm asking
okay,
you, is
if I do
Muhammad,
that,
you deny
yeah.
what you said, you deny what you said. You said that already. I asked you, is Muhammad is he qualified to explain the Quran? You said yes.
Yes, okay, he is, yes. What can I
Okay.
say? I mean, this is not fair, but okay, what can I say?
Okay, so do
Okay,
Muhammad
so
make a wrong understanding of the Quran, or he is smart, guided by Allah?
he is guided by Allah, yes.
Okay. The hadith in front of us, read it.
Where can I do that? I don't understand. It just escaped
I'll
me.
read it for you. It's in the screen. I'll read it for you. I was sitting behind the Messenger of Allah. I'm so glad this guy is sitting behind, not in front, because this is risky. I was sitting behind the Messenger of Allah, who was riding a donkey while the sun was setting. He asked, which means Muhammad, do you know where this set? I replied, Allah and his apostle knows best. He said, it's set in a spring of warm water.
Yeah.
Okay. So who is the one who can explain the Quran? Muhammad. What Muhammad he said about the verse in the Quran about the sunset in murky water and muddy water? He said it's set in murky water. This is not from the perspective of Zulqarnain, as you said to me.
Okay, so what? Okay, so now this is now if you give me a chance, you know, even if I'm Muslim, just give me a chance. It's okay. Okay, sometimes you can learn something.
Okay.
This is how I. Okay, thank you. So when you tell me about Muhammad, of course he's telling the truth, but there is an issue. Even you know, there is about thousands and thousands and thousands of hadith in plural that they're called a hadith. So the reason that I do not trust just one person, a scholar, is because there is so many hadith. It's not like Christianity and other religions. It's huge. It's not fair to just cherry pick just one hadith, you know, because if you do that, you can show Islam exactly the way you want. I can do that with the Bible. Imagine you have 1,000 hadith to play with.
No,
you take one hadith from there.
I challenge
show you can. I mean,
no, I challenge you to do that with the Bible.
Listen.
Show me where Jesus he said the sun set in murky water, and in the hadith, and then the Bible says the sun set in murky water in the Bible, and then we say we don't accept them. Now we have both. We have the Quran. I mean, look at this. We have the Quran saying that, and we have the hadith confirm that, and still they are saying it doesn't say that. I mean, this is madness. Does the hadith agree?
So,
does the hadith agree with the Quran, or it's against the Quran?
Okay, when you finish, you can talk.
Does the hadith, does it agree with the Quran statement, or this is against what the Quran is saying?
So, so you challenge me. I love that challenge because that's good sometimes, you know. Okay, so you challenge me now. I'm gonna tell you. I like it. Okay.
I don't challenge you because you are not qualified to debate about Islam, my friend. I challenge people who have knowledge. Obviously, you have none. No.
I'm a student. I've never claimed that to be professional.
No, you are like you're like this guy, Sheikh Uthman. Do you know him? The guy, he just said Allah have a hand, Allah have a leg, and then he denied that
he's very. My friend, I'm very, very not knowledgeable. I'm very. I don't have. I'm just a student. Just try to learn.
Okay, no problem.
Maybe you can hear.
See, but this is not an excuse. You see, I'm telling you, I don't challenge you because obviously you yourself, you are trying to jump from place to place, trying to escape the embarrassment of your prophet. Did your prophet
say? I tell you fair and square. I told you,
my friend. Did your prophet say what is in the screen? Did he say that, or it's a lie?
No, of course, that's not what I'm saying. My answer is there is thousands of hadiths. I can show you.
Who cares if there's thousands or millions? The question is, did your prophet says this or not?
But in context, you cannot just take one. That's like you bring me one hadith from
he's
fight,
explaining the
and
Quran,
you say,
my friend,
look, the
explaining the Quran. What context? The guy was sitting in a donkey. The guy was behind him. The guy, he asked the first guy, what do you think about where the sun set? The other guy, he says, Allah and his messenger knows best. The messenger says, well, the sun set in a muddy water. Thank you very much. Even this one need context.
Yes, because there are so many other hadiths that explains about the sun. You know, there is one hadith that explains about the universe.
Give me one.
You know,
give me the give me the one you know.
There is not one. I can give you several. Okay,
give me one. Give me the one you like. The one who can help us in this case. Give me one can help us in this case. Go ahead.
But so when the prophet said that there is open to interpretation, you understood it that way. I told you, I brought you to your Quran. I told you that look, there is this verse that says that all of them goes into orbit. That if you want to know about the sun, but of course, if you talk about the human perspective, he sees the sun going.
I have a verse in the Quran. I have a verse in
the Quran. Do you
know
about this, my friend? You know English a little bit.
No, you see,
listen, sunset. Sunset.
You are not giving me the answer. I said to you, don't give me a speech, give me a reference. And you give me a speech
reference,
in the Quran, in chapter 36.
Do you know the word sunset? Do you know the word sunset?
No, I do not.
Do you know what it means?
No, I don't even know where the sun set because I'm still looking. Listen, my friend.
But the sunset,
Quran says
in English.
You keep saying. What in English? Tell me what about it.
Okay, so basically, when the Brit, when the sun sets, does it really set? No. It's a figure of speech. You have to understand. You have to give room to these things. You cannot be like
not according to the Quran.
I understand that. I'm just giving you an example so you understand.
No, don't give me an example. We are talking about the Quran. You see, you are the one who mentioned to me that they are running in orbit. Okay, I have a surprise for you. There's a verse in the Quran. It says that the sun does not run into a fixed course. Which one we take? It says here.
No, but that's not contradiction though. No, this is good actually. Wait. This is good.
الشمس تجري لا مستقر لها. Do you accept this verse?
I accept all Quran verses, of course.
Okay. Can you show me the verse in the Quran?
Which so do you want me to read it for you?
I am showing it to you in the screen. والشمس تجري لا مستقر لها.
Yes. So what about it? This doesn't even contradict. I don't understand why you're just hacking on the word. I'm telling you that I don't understand it that way. I'm a Muslim.
Did you understand what I just said? وَالشَّمْسُ تَجْرِي لَا مُسْتَقَرَّ لَهَا. Let me read for you in English, so you might follow with me. And the sun runs with no fixed course of term.
So wallah, that it doesn't even contradict. But you know what that means in English?
But if we go few lines up, the Quran says on its fixed course for term appointed. So what do you mean not contradiction? One verse saying that the sun run into a fixed course, and the other verse saying the sun does not run in a fixed course. Which one?
Okay, so I'm going to tell you this. You know, the absolutely funny thing is, if you really listen to yourself, you're answering yourself.
I know, I always listen to myself. I die laughing, you know. But still, that will not answer my question. How one verse says the sun runs with no fixed course for a term, and other
You
verse
know,
saying, and the other verse
but
saying, on its fixed course for a term. Which one
but
is the
you
correct?
answer.
You are the one who said to me there's no contradiction.
You're asking me something and you're answering for me. This is very. I have
I'm
never
not answering.
experienced
I'm asking
something
the
like.
question. I'm waiting. You
But
said there's no contradiction. One is
but can you
says,
let me?
listen
Can you let me
carefully. No, you are
explain?
the
Can you
same
let
as
me
this guy,
explain?
Uthman, in
Hello.
the video. Keeps
Wallah.
saying to me, let me talk, let me talk, let me talk. But you don't
Okay.
answer. Let me repeat the
Okay.
question again. Listen carefully. And the sun runs with no fixed course for a term. This is the first verse. Second verse.
It means, you know what it means, English.
What mean?
Let me give you a
Tell me.
little bit. It
Okay,
means
tell
that
me.
it doesn't stop. Can
Okay.
you hearing yourself?
Thank you,
Can someone?
guys.
Yeah.
The sun mean does not stop. That's wonderful. Thank you.
No.
You just say
No.
that.
Okay, proceed.
No, just tell me. Just tell me. Did I get you wrong? You said the
Yes,
sun does not
yes.
stop.
It doesn't. No, it does not contradict itself. You're hearing. You're not hearing
Okay,
yourself.
now
You're
tell me.
actually. You're
Tell me
by
this
doing
verse
this.
meaning.
Listen, this is just simple English. It mean you just answered yourself.
Tell me what
It
the verse
means
mean.
that is not. So basically, what it means is that when the Zulqarnain saw it sit, it doesn't mean it just went there. A sit like I'm sitting in a chair. It means it doesn't stop. It
But
goes,
this is
goes,
not
goes,
about
goes,
the
and then comes back
Qur'an.
up.
You are not focusing. Here the
But
verse
I'm
saying,
answering you that all the verses they do
and
not
the sun
contradict
runs,
yourself.
and the sun
Yeah.
runs with no fixed course for a term. Do you agree with this? And tell me the meaning.
Yes, I agree with
Tell me the
this,
meaning.
and I have answered you, and I've told you they do not contradict
Tell me the
each other.
meaning.
The
Tell me the meaning.
only problem, the
Tell me
meaning
the
is
meaning.
that it does, Habibi, it does not stop. It goes. Even when the Quran say it doesn't mean like sitting in a chair. It sat on the
Okay,
muddy water.
so
No,
let us make
it
it
goes.
clear.
It does not stop.
So, my
Yes,
friend,
yes,
Asad,
yeah,
so let's make it clear. So when the Quran says
yeah.
with no fixed course, it means it does not stop. With no fixed course mean it does not stop, correct?
Here's what you do. You're answering yourself. The problem is
I
your English
want
is
to
not
make
very
it
good. Yeah,
clear. Please just say to
yeah.
me the answer. When you say
Okay.
with no fixed course, you meant that the sun does not stop by saying no fixed course,
One
correct?
interpretation, yeah, كل في فلك يسبحون, all of them together, it means that it revolves around the sun, the earth. Yes.
Okay, so it doesn't stop. The sun does not stop.
No, it doesn't stop.
All right.
But
Thank you. Finally.
yes, yeah.
So now we will go a few line more up and we will find
Okay.
the opposite meaning. The sun doesn't stop because I ask you when it says no fix of course of term, you said that mean the sun does not stop. Read this
Yeah,
verse here
but
with me. It says
but your English,
read with me,
listen. But
read
this
with
is what
me
I mean.
on
Okay.
its fixed course. So when we
Yeah.
said no fixed course, it's mean it doesn't stop. But when we say a fixed course,
You're answering yourself. You know what you do. The only problem you
it
have
is
is
you
that
who told me
your English.
that. It's you just a
I
second
know.
ago. This is an opposite verse. The other verse says there's a fixed course. There's no fixed course. Here, there's a fixed course. I asked you what fixed course mean. You said mean the sun does not stop.
You're answering yourself. You have problem with the language. That's not that's only
Listen,
interpret it the way you
listen, my
want, and you
friend
don't let
from
me
Afghanistan.
answer
I don't
you.
know what they feed you in Sweden. Listen carefully. I ask
No.
you when the sun it says when the verse says no on a no fix of course you said this is mean the sun does not stop and I repeat the question 3 times and you answer me twice. It's recorded. Then now okay we got it. So no fixed course mean the sun will not stop and you said yes, correct?
It goes around the
It
yes. It
doesn't
goes.
stop.
It has an
Okay,
orbit. It has an
yeah, it
orbit.
doesn't
Yes, it
stop.
has an
Doesn't stop.
orbit.
You said that. You said it doesn't stop. So
Listen, let me let me
does
answer
it have
you.
a
You
fixed
have to
course?
let me
Okay,
at some point.
let's
Listen,
make it
till
simple.
till
Does it
now
have a fixed course
until
or does it have a fixed
Habibi,
course? Does
you
it have a
must
fixed course? No, no,
this is
no, no,
very
no.
disrespectful. You
No,
must let me answer
you can
because
say
I can
whatever you
hear.
want.
You know what? Okay, okay, okay.
I want to know. Does it have a fixed
Okay.
course, the sun, or it doesn't have fixed course?
Okay, I can hear that you have been misunderstand. You
I
must,
want to
in
explain to me. Does the
order.
sun have a fixed
Okay,
course or the sun does not have a fixed course?
in order for you to
Does
understand,
the
you have to
sun
let
have
a
a fixed
person talk. This is
course?
not fair. Is this
Does it
Christianity?
have a fixed course? You see, you cannot play with me, my friend. I'm a Christian
But
Prince.
let me,
You have to
let
give me the
me.
answer. You can do that with other
But
Christians. With
I
me, we
am
cannot.
giving
Okay.
you. I'm
Does it have
giving
a
you. You
fixed
know what
course
I'm
or
trying
does
to
not
say.
have a fixed course? If there's a fixed course or no fixed course?
You must let me answer. Can you let me
If
answer
there
then?
is, I'm asking you to answer. If there's a fixed course or no fixed course?
There is the sun goes
This
around.
is not a
It
question.
goes in an
I want you to
orbit.
give
It
me,
goes in an
as the
orbit.
Quran saying, if there is a fixed
The
course or
Quran
there's no
says,
fixed
if
course?
yeah.
If there is a fixed course or there's no fixed course?
Yeah.
If there is a fixed course or there's no fixed course? If there is a fixed course or there's no fixed course? If there is a fixed course or there's no fixed course? If there is a fixed course or there's no fixed course?
I'm telling you, it goes in an orbit. Why you
This is not
you
the
must fix
question.
your
This is
English,
not
my
the
friend.
question.
Yeah,
This is not the question.
yeah.
If there is a fixed course or there's no fixed course.
What do you mean? It goes in an orbit. I'm
Well, the
answering
Quran
you.
says
You're not
that. The
hearing me.
Quran say the
The
word fixed
Quran says
course. It's
that,
not
but the
me. It's
Quran
not
said,
me
listen,
saying
it
that.
goes
What's
on.
wrong with you? The Quran says the word fixed course. It's not me. I have to use it. Don't tell me
Okay,
what do
okay,
you
so
mean.
okay.
I am the one who's asking
Let
you.
me.
So
Okay,
does the sun
let
go?
me.
Does the sun goes in a fixed course? Does it go in fixed course or it does not go in fixed course? Choose one.
Which listen? Can you let me answer then? If you don't want to be fair, are you fair or no?
I'm waiting.
I'm telling you, it goes on an orbit. It goes on
This
an
is
orbit. So
I
I
don't
don't.
care. I want you to use the word course. Does it go in fixed course or not? Because this is what the Quran is saying.
But why would I listen?
Are
I'm
you
answering you.
refusing
It
to
goes
use
on
what
a,
the Quran is saying?
with the
Are you
Quran.
making fun of the Quran now?
No, I told you the
Okay.
Arabic
So the
verse. I told you.
Quran
You're talking
says
to me in English. Yeah.
the sun run with a fixed course. Are you agreeing with the Quran? The sun run in fixed course or the sun run with no fixed course?
I agree with the Quran. It goes on an orbit.
Okay. So is that a fixed course or no fixed course?
If you mean it goes, does it move? Yes, it moves.
This is another question. Does that mean it's a fixed course or it's not no fixed course?
Can I ask you what you mean? I mean, this is not,
What do you
it's
mean?
only a fair
This is the
question. What do you
question.
mean?
If you don't understand the question, how in the world you want to answer? When you say an orbit,
Because I don't
where do
listen.
you get the
I'm gonna
word
tell you
orbit
something.
from? Where do you get the word orbit from? I will shave my 25 beard, a meter beard. If you can't show me the word orbit, there's no orbit in the verse. I'm asking you. وَالشَّمْسُ تَجْرِي لِمُسْتَقَرٍ لَهَا. There's no orbit. Now I'm asking you. And this is your Islamic
Listen,
translation saying.
if
Your
I
Islamic
know, but
translation saying. And on
the
it is no fixed course. So no fixed course doesn't mean.
so yeah.
Do you
Listen,
agree that
you there.
the
Okay,
sun? Do you agree that the sun
you
has
cherry
no fixed
pick.
course?
You
Do you agree
the
that the sun
prob
has no fixed
the
course?
problem is that you cherry pick. There is so many verse and different ahadith
Abdul,
that says there's
we are
one
trying to
say.
avoid the answer. Is the
Yeah.
sun run with no fixed course or it have a fixed course? I want an answer.
If you mean it goes on orbit, it goes yes.
There's no orbit in the verse. Can
But
you
it
show me the word
moves. What do you
orbit?
mean? I'm not. Listen. How can you? It's not. I'm not even. I don't even know which verse you talking. Okay, give me the verse. Let me check this. Because I cannot
Give
see
you
the.
the verse. Okay, okay, I will give you the verse. Chapter 36, verse number 38.
Wait. Because I cannot even say. I don't even know. You just keep on. I feel like you want me to believe this. You just repeat. It won't
Ah,
teach
you
you. Wait.
feel. Well,
Wait.
yes, thank you for feeling. You feel so hard. Well, it took me 10 hours to make you think that you feel that
Okay, give
I
me the
am
verse. Give me the
trying
verse.
to make you
Give
answer
me the
about
verse. Give me
this.
the
You
verse.
feel now?
Give me the verse.
That's so
Give
good.
me the verse. Give me the verse. I've never.
Chapter
Okay, give me the
36, verse number 38.
verse number 38.
Yeah.
Wait, 38.
Mm,
الشمس تجري لمستقر لها ذلك تقدير العزيز العليم. Okay, wait.
mm,
She is okay, and the sun runs his
mm,
course for a period determined for him. For a
mm,
period.
mm,
That is the decree of him, the exalted in
mm.
might, the all-knowing. But
Okay.
Yusuf Ali has okay, I know. Yeah.
So, give me an
So
answer.
so what's the question?
The
If
answer
it
is, does
says,
it go in fixed course or doesn't go in fixed course? The question, does it go in fixed course or doesn't go in fixed course?
but if it's yes, and the sun runs his course for a period,
Okay,
yes,
so it
for a
runs in
period it
fixed
goes.
course, right? It has a fixed course.
But it says for a period it goes yes.
Okay,
I'm telling
so
you yes. You know the word yes.
it has a fixed course, correct?
It runs. You have to say the verse as it is. You cannot
Oh,
say
my
from your
friend,
stomach.
I gave you the verse, you open it in your side, and now it's so
Okay,
simple. I'm
but
asking you, does it have a fixed course or not?
I have the verse in front of me, and you're
Yeah,
telling me in front of me
yeah,
you're saying it wrong. It says,
hmm,
and the sun runs his course for a period determined for him.
okay.
Yes,
This is a translation of who?
of Yusuf Ali.
Okay, can you change to different translation, please? Any translation you
Why
like?
did you?
Huh?
Ali translator. Why would I change?
Because okay, so when now it says the sun runs in a course, so does it have a course or it does not have a course?
Allah, you just want this to be. You're very unfair. I know what you're trying to do, but
my
this
friend,
is very
okay,
unfair.
I
I
will go
feel
with the
very. This is
translation you
unfair.
accept. Listen, the sun runs off in a course. Does that mean the sun has a course? Yes or no?
Okay, yes, this says yes. Yalla,
All
okay,
right,
yes.
thank you very much. It took us 2 hours to make him come to the
No,
conclusion.
but
So
still you
now
have
let us make
interpreted
it
wrong.
clear. Yes,
Okay.
yes, the sun has a course. Do you agree?
Dude, it says the sun runs his course for a period determined for him.
So does it
Yes,
have a course?
naam.
Does it have a course or not?
La hawla. Yes. I don't know
Okay.
how to
So
say.
how you
Yes,
explain to
yes.
me? How you explain to me? Allah, He said in different verse, the sun does not have any course.
Where? Which verse? Which verse? You have
Here
to
we
show me.
go. This is the same verse actually, according to the reading of Ibn Mas'ud in the Quran
Where?
of Ibn
Where? Where?
Mas'ud.
Where? 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 Where?
والشمس
Where?
والشمس تجري لا مستقر لها. And the
Where? You
sun
have to show me.
runs.
Where?